He's not going to stop doing that. He's the first one to sign up for the Players Association study.
He hasn't failed a drug test yet.
Yeah, but
he's not suspended yet.
I guarantee you that article that came out on ESPN today about the Players Association working with the NFL on this marijuana study, he was the first one to volunteer for it.
I don't know. I think Ricky Williams...
I got this ankle thing. I got cataracts.
Ricky Williams might have come out of retirement.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Mike Vick.
He might have been the guy working in the NFL trying to push it through. Be like, come on.
Yeah.
Come on, it's stupid. Let him do it. It's dumb. Who cares? Stop giving out pain pills like they're Mike and Ike's.
But I can see Le'Veon Bell's argument much clearer than I can see Odell Beckham's. He wants to be the highest paid running back, which I think Ezekiel Elliott is a better running back than him. But Ezekiel Elliott's a rookie.
Pure running back.
He's now in his second year. He hasn't paid his dues.
Zeke also has to morph his game a little bit more. He has to get used to the pass catching responsibilities and the blocking responsibilities, all of which he can do. We've seen it at Ohio State, but it's easing him into the program in the Cowboys system. Now, Ezekiel may end up being the highest paid running back when it's all said and done. But right now, as it stands, Le'Veon Bell deserves to be the highest paid running back, and he definitely deserves to have more money because of what he can do versatility-wise. The person who's watching this with the most interest is probably David Johnson.
I have a bold prediction. You might laugh at me. By the time Ezekiel Elliott's career is over, he will be the number one running back of all time in terms of yards.
He very well could be.
He will overtake Emmitt Smith.
He has all the potential in the world to do it, and if he keeps...
He's got 6 years behind that line.
Right. And
before they start getting old.
And that's his thing. If he records may smash because of him.
Oh, they're going to.
Because he could have broke the rookie record last year if they gave him the ball.
If they gave him the ball, yeah.
But they pulled him out. And I understand the reasoning. We're going to the playoffs.
You got Alfred Morris, you got Darren McFadden,
right,
you have Lance Dunbar.
You have spoils of riches. Why risk it?
He's the youngest running back of that group by 4 years.
But the thing is, we should almost acknowledge him as being the rushing holder for a rookie season because he should have done it. It would have happened.
Right. And I think it's because of players like him, Le'Veon Bell, and Todd Gurley. If the running backs are going to get the respect they deserve.
Oh, absolutely.
And you're already starting to see
Johnson too.
You're already starting to see it. Well, I mean, he's not a big name.
No. Well, he's also playing in a very weak market.
Right.
Nothing's good about Arizona.
Yeah, so you watch in this year, Dalvin Cook, Leonard Fournette, and Christian McCaffrey were all taken in the first round. Right. Next year, Nick Chubb, Saquon Barkley, potentially Bo Scarborough. I don't know if he was a true freshman or if he was a redshirt freshman, but he could come out, and they would be first rounders.
Right. I think the running back position has changed, and I think that the people who are running backs have adapted to it in its level of change, and we are seeing the resurgence of the running back role in the NFL.
It's because you're seeing less fullback, less halfback, and more tailback. You're seeing guys who can get out to the outside, catch the ball, and run. Right. Which is what, Le'Veon Bell is making the argument. I am not only a running back, I'm a receiver, and I also block. I want to be the highest paid running back and paid like a number 2 receiver on the team. He doesn't want to be the number 2, the second highest paid receiver. He wants to get the pay of a number 2 receiver.
The number 2 average over the NFL. I get that, and I can understand that argument. That argument I understand a lot more than the highest paid player in the NFL. I mean, be real here.
Yeah, and going back to the Alan Hahn, Rick DiPietro, and Chris Canty discussion, they were saying, what if instead of making him the highest paid player, you give him another distinguishment and make him the first player with a fully guaranteed contract?
That might be something to think about too. This is something that we're going to see play out over the course of the next year. So I mean, I lightly lump ourselves into this whole media discussion. We make these things bigger deals than they really will be right off the bat, where this isn't a bonfire. This is a long process. This is to keep you warm through the whole time. So this isn't going to die out anytime soon. This is something that's sparked now, but I'm sure once the season's over, it's going to erupt again.
Oh, definitely. Or
especially depending on the stats.
Or at the trade deadline.
Right. I mean, that could be a factor as well. So it's going to be, it's interesting to see how it's going to be playing out. But it's an interesting thought to think about because the way the NFL is changing, contracts have got to change too.
Yeah, and the one thing that people always bring up is the NFL has the highest revenue of the other sports. They also employ 3 times as many people as the next highest sport.
Yeah, that's a whole other argument. That's not that, to be honest, in my opinion, isn't even worth happening. But
yeah, no, I mean there are 53 players on the active roster and 17 players, I think it is, on the inactive roster. But we're going to move away from the NFL for the time being because we have a couple of other things to get to. The first one being our Lonzo Ball 2017-2018 NBA MVP watch update. Now, to be the NBA MVP, that means you are sought after and you are highly, highly in demand. Lonzo Ball has basketballs that are signed by him, but they're not signed by him. They are fake. They're fake signatures that are selling for big money on eBay. That sounds... I did not buy one. Oh, does that not sound like that's MVP status?
Yeah.
So, watch out for those fake basketballs. Don't buy a Lonzo Ball basketball unless you're getting it through the official Big Baller brand, website or other areas.
Just don't buy any of that.
Listen, he is the 2017-2018 NBA MVP, and this has been your Lonzo Ball 2017-2018 NBA MVP watch update.
Just don't buy anything signed online.
Yeah.
Unless it has a certificate of authenticity. Authenticity?
Yes.
You got it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Authenticated. Yeah.
Yes. Unless it has a certificate, don't buy anything signed online. Don't do it because there's no way to know. If it is authenticated, yes. Because people actually get paid to make sure that that is actually real.
Yep.
Then you can take the gamble.
More or less want to see him sign it and have him take a picture of him signing it.
Yep.
That's the best thing.
Yeah, I'm a big supporter of photos or it didn't happen. Don't tell me a story if you don't have proof to back it up.
All right, so we're going to rip this nipple and head to college football now.
Ugh.
This week we're talking about the ACC, which is, and I highly disagree, highly disagree, ranked as our number 4 conference in college football. But
actually, that's my hate for Big 12. This is probably, in all fairness, I think they might be dead last.
Oh, no, not a chance. But we'll get to it. We'll get to all of this.
Okay. I'm baffled to think who you would think that would be higher than them. Lower than them.
Lower than the ACC?
Yeah.
The Big 12. This year, the SEC.
Oh. Well, there goes everybody we just lost in the South.
No, Florida State's in the South. I don't...
You're lucky. I hope we don't have any Alabama fans because you're going to get some letters.
Other than Alabama.
You're still going to get letters.
If not for Alabama, the SEC would be 5th. Anyways, so before we get into the actual season and the breakdown, I just want to talk about a few of the key players that we're going to see. And we're going to start with the reigning Heisman Trophy winner, Lamar Jackson. Just in this last week, to refresh my memory, I watched extensive footage on a few key players that I have thought to myself could be breakout stars this year, or they're freshmen and they could have a big impact. And so the first one I think we got to give credit to is Lamar Jackson, the reigning Heisman champ. So watching the footage, it was basically a couple of different highlight videos, and also some of the videos of bad things going on. So it's not all, oh, well, he's great because these videos of him doing the best things he's done say he's great. But these are just some of the notes that I have. Lamar Jackson, he's a great runner. Like, he is great. Like, he should be doing track.
Yeah.
He's really good at finding holes and openings, and he hits them really hard. which leads to my next point. Great acceleration and burst. He sees he's got an opening. He hits it. He hits it hard. He leaps fools.
Yeah, he does. That's a good point.
Especially fools at Syracuse.
Wow.
They are fools.
That's not hard to do.
Even though he is a very good runner, he's also got a really strong arm. In a couple of the videos that I had seen, he had the ball 60 yards in the air, it looked like, which is impressive, unless your name is Jamarcus Russell, but then you don't turn out to be anything anyways.
True.
He's very decisive, which is good for a quarterback.
Yeah, he's quick thinking. He commits to something and he goes. He doesn't think twice.
He's deceptive on his play action. I couldn't tell a couple times who had the ball, and it was directly on him, and it was a video of him.
Right, yeah.
So,
that's always a good quality.
His footwork is incredible. He doesn't cross his legs. He goes heel to toe, heel to toe, heel to toe when dropping back, and he's always looking forward. Steps into throws, which is great.
Right, yes.
He doesn't throw off his back foot very often. He can throw on the run, which is good. He is very long, which is good for reaching and getting the ball over defenders.
It helps his strong arm, too.
And he is deceptively strong in terms of his legs, breaking tackles, just outrunning. Like, quarterbacks should not be outrunning corners. He does.
No, but yeah, he does. He's very quick.
Some of the bad things that I've noticed, he tries to do too much. He's got other players on his team, and he needs to, understand that it's not just him that's getting him these wins. He seems a bit uncomfortable in the pocket at times, so that leads to him being very decisive and just choosing to run even when he doesn't really have a lane. He's lanky, which is the bad part of him being long.
Yeah.
Lanky's not good because that means if you are running, if someone dives, they can get you pretty easily, and he's not a big guy.
No.
He plays the game as if it's a pickup basketball game.
He does have that kind of backyard quality to him.
He improvises too much, and that's what cost him the game against Kentucky.
Right. Yeah, and that's something that he's going to have to work on. I think they have to know that at this point.
Other than that, he's my favorite to repeat as Heisman winner.
He could be a Heisman winner. I mean, there's a couple things I've noticed with him. Obviously, he's coming off the Heisman. He's a junior. I've heard that he's gained 10 pounds, so he's putting more weight on himself, which will be better to balance out his length. He's also been taking snaps under center specifically, which he did not do a lot last year.
Like 5 times.
Right, but he's been working on that this time, as well as calls at the line, checks on personnel, and his pocket presence, all of which, if he is actually harnessing this and focusing on this, it may help curb some of those bads as far as his quick to give up, making it seem like it's a backyard game, and might keep him more locked into where he is in using the scramble as a last-ditch effort, which is what he should be doing.
Right, which is what you see all the good quote-unquote running quarterbacks do. That's what Deshaun Watson did, Russell Wilson, Dak Prescott. They were all throw first, run after guys. So that's something that I'd like to see him.
RG3.
Well, that's
something that I'd like to see him do a little less of is the running, but that's what won him a Heisman.
Right.
But I agree with he needs to be more comfortable in the pocket. He also doesn't need to be too tough. Jake Locker got hurt way too many times staying in the pocket and putting the hit on teams.
Right.
So I want my quarterback to be somewhere between what Tony Romo did in the pocket, which was stand there calm, and what Jake Locker does, or did, because he doesn't play anymore, which is just look for someone to hit.
Yeah. Yes, that's true.
Anything more about Lamar Jackson?
Should be an interesting guy to watch again.
He also plays... he
is entertaining to watch.
He plays in the ACC, which really helps because that means TV deals. So he gets seen, which is one of these things like... I almost said Eric Flowers. Quentin Flowers... or Josh Allen. They